All right, welcome in, everybody. We're going deep today, diving into something a little different.
Yeah, a little different.
So we've been looking into self-care.
Self-care secrets.
We got a whole bunch of sources on what they call self-care secrets, practical strategies, myth-busting, all that good stuff. And they try to make it fun, too. So are you ready to ditch the guilt and discover some truly actionable
Actual tips.
tips? Tips for self-care. I know I am. I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, me too. You know, one of the most interesting things about all these different sources we've been looking at is they all really focus on debunking.
Debunking, yeah.
Debunking these common misconceptions about self-care. Like, a lot of people think it's about,
Adding more to your plate.
yeah, adding more to your plate when you're already, overwhelmed and busy.
Right.
But it's not about that, right? It's about making these small changes.
Small changes, yeah.
Sustainable changes to your routine.
Yeah, I like that. Sustainable.
Yeah.
So what are some of these secret strategies? You said, these sources call them secrets. Is there anything in there we can actually use?
Yeah, absolutely. Like without having to become, a self-care guru or something, right?
Right.
One that I thought was really cool and really simple was this thing called box breathing.
Box
Have
breathing.
you ever heard of that?
No, I don't think so.
It's really simple, but it's supposed to be really good for managing stress. And basically what you do is you breathe in for a count of 4,
Okay.
hold it for 4,
Uh-huh.
breathe out for 4, hold for 4.
So it's a square.
Yeah, like a box.
Okay.
And you just, keep doing that for a few minutes, and it's supposed to, like, really calm you down and help you focus.
Okay. So 4 seconds in,
4 seconds in,
hold for 4,
out for 4.
hold for 4.
Exactly.
That's I can see how that could be helpful.
Yeah, it's simple enough that anyone can do it, right? Like, even if you only have,
Right.
a minute or two.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. A lot of people, when they hear take time for yourself, that kind of thing, that can be a little scary for them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It sounds selfish.
Yeah.
How do these sources handle that? The guilt, oh, I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, they actually address it directly, a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised. One of the sources, it reframed self-care as self-respect,
Self-respect. Okay.
which I thought was a really cool way to think about it.
I like that.
Yeah, like if you're not taking care of yourself,
You're not respecting yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can't really take care of anyone else or anything else. It's
Right.
like, if your phone's dead,
Your phone's dead.
you
Yeah.
can't do anything with it, can you? You got to charge it.
Right. Got to recharge.
Right. And you're like a phone. You got to recharge.
I actually remember reading that in one of the sources. They were comparing it to charging your phone. And I have to admit,
Yeah.
I have this tendency to just kind of like power through, just keep going.
Oh, yeah, I know that feeling.
But eventually you burn out.
You totally burn out.
And then nobody wins.
Yeah, and then you're not doing your best work.
Right.
You're not being the best, parent or partner or whatever. It affects everything.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. These sources, they also talk about prioritizing your well-being. That helps you show up better for other people.
Yeah. It's like they were saying, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right. You can't pour from an empty cup. You have to fill yourself up first.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's, it's not selfish. It's essential.
Like, the oxygen mask on an airplane.
Right. Put your mask on
You
first.
got to put yours on first, then you can help other people.
Right. Okay, so we talked about breathing exercises.
Mhm.
We talked about kind of reframing how we think about self-care.
Right.
What else makes these self-care strategies, these secrets so interesting?
Well, a lot of the sources, they used a lot of humor, which I thought was cool.
Humor. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't, just dry and clinical. It was like
Right.
they had anecdotes and
Yeah.
they made it relatable, so it wasn't so intimidating.
Okay.
Like one of the sources, I remember it was talking about trying to meditate
Uh-huh.
with your kids running around, and they were saying, that's like advanced level mindfulness.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because it's not like you're, in a silent retreat or anything. It's real life.
Real life, yeah. And self-care, it's not about being perfect, is it?
No, not at all.
It's about finding those moments, even in
Right.
the chaos.
In the chaos, yeah.
I like that. And I think that's a good takeaway. Self-care doesn't have to be this big, complicated thing.
No, absolutely not.
It's the small stuff.
It's the small stuff.
The little things that add up.
It's about making conscious choices.
Yes.
Taking care of yourself both physically,
Physically, mentally.
yeah, and enjoying it.
Yeah. Okay, so as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, what's one small thing our listeners can do today? based on, everything we've been talking about?
That's a good question. I'd say, why not try that box breathing just for like 2 minutes?
Oh, yeah, the box breathing.
Yeah, before you start your day.
Okay.
Just to center yourself, and kind of face the day with a little more calm and focus.
I like that. 2 minutes of box breathing. I can do that.
Anyone can do that.
That's a great place to start.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive. Until next time.
See you then.
Bye.